What's doing? Welcome to another episode of ProCheck. Today we are doing the S13. That's why we're doing the S13 today. We've got a heap of things to do to it. We have a drift event coming up. We've got to fix a turbo that failed. We've got to do other little upgrades, so stay tuned and see what we get up to. So what are you doing, Josh? You beat me to it. You already got one out.
Putting coilovers.
Why?
Because
The cheap MaxpeedingRod ones are shit. Oh.
yes. Just replace it with the same.
Well, reason being that these ones have movement, and these ones are the only ones in the stock that I can find to throw in 2 weeks. You have a gearbox to fit?
I don't have a gearbox to fit, but you need to set these like 10 mil lower than what they were before. Why?
Because he wants me to be super cool and lower 10 mils.
You told me to set them the same.
Correct.
So I'm setting them the same.
So we'll set them the same, make them right, and get them in the car. We're videoing things, Jarvis. So we did coilovers. Josh is on the rear coils already. Fronts are in, and now we've got a Cowabunga turbo.
Cowabunga dude.
Kinyagawa. But we have some clearance issues. It's too big for the hole. Jarvis doesn't have that issue normally, so he's not used to doing things like this and making things fit. So we're gonna make things fit. I'm gonna teach him the way. So we're just going to clock the front housing a bit. That'll roll around and give us some room and get the wastegate on. And we'll be back in a few days after he's done this. So the boys at Kinyagawa got me testing this turbo out and it didn't fit. So we had to run a spacer for now to make it fit. So we run longer studs with the spacer. And then I was a bit concerned about being too close to the manifold here. So we welded it on a 90 instead of running the silicon. And hopefully that sorts it all out and we get some good results out of this thing. I got it. So after Jarvis's little parade there, you can see our coilovers are in. We're just doing an oil change. What are we doing? We're doing an oil change, check over.
Bolt check.
Bolt check. Rechecking Josh's loose bolts versus loose. Yeah. So we're just going to go through all the stuff under here and make sure it's all there. You can just see the coilovers in the rear here.
It's still not low enough.
It doesn't need to be low to go. Well, when it's low, what happens? It gets parked for a few weeks.
Oh, no. That's the LS's fault.
We'll go through this and make sure she's all good. Top up all levels, check all levels, change all things we need to change, and hopefully have no problems. We still really need to fix this, I think. Thanks, Luke.
Suits you.
What are you doing?
Cutting off a fucking Min S13 dash. That's what I'm doing.
It's mint.
Fuck you, S13 dashes.
Let me go do it to your car then.
No.
Soft lines, braid lines, hard lines, dummy fit lines, and then once it's all mounted in, we'll bleed it up.
Yeah, something like that.
Alright, so we've got the hydro in, bracket goes across the gearbox tunnel there and comes around. We've had to make another little bracket down here. I may have to do a second one yet, I don't know, see how we go. But when you pull on it, I'll try and come up through here. When you pull on it, it doesn't flex anywhere near as bad. Just pull on that, Jarv. Pull on it. Pull on that for me. Oh, come on. Yeah. You can just see, you can't really see in camera, but just a little bit of flex. So it's not too bad. We'll see how it goes.
I'm also not a muscle man.
He's not a muscle man. He's got little twiggy arms. So we'll see how we go, but it should be right. But the original one flexed right up through the tunnel up in here, and it was flexing real bad. So, but it's way better now. It doesn't move anywhere near as much, and we'll test it out this weekend.
Yay!
Alright, so the boys have done rear coilovers, front coilovers. They've fitted the new turbo, which is the Kinyagawa on there now. We've done the water lines as well, because the previous one didn't have water lines, so that's probably why it blew. It got nice and warm. So now we're going to sit on the dyno, check the boost levels, check the tune, go through it and see what we can get out of it. Hoping for a bit more power, hoping for a bit more torque down low, a bit more, whole new bottom end hopefully, so we can get a new ramp up and get it on boost a little bit harder without blowing anything up. So we've run our water lines up and around. I've just heat wrapped them just to here because that's all sort of really needs. The price of that heat wrap's stupidly priced. We come around and just teed into some water lines here. But she's all on, the car's running, it's all bled up. We haven't had any problems yet. I have given it a rev already. So she works. Let's just see how much power we can make. What are you doing here, Joshua?
Fixing your car yet again.
Why?
Because somebody bought cheap ass coils.
So don't trust these MaxpeedingRods because they don't last. Factory coils last a little bit longer and better from 1990. So now we're going R35 coils. Where are my pretty coils? So we're doing R35 coils from PRP. We've got a nice little PRP bracket. It was supposed to be plug and play, but it wasn't because we got a plug and we had to wire it up and make it ourselves. But
I
hopefully,
had to make it myself.
it's good to do something, I guess. And now we're putting coils in. Hopefully I can sort my the tune out in Gktech just to change some dwell time and hit the go button, put them on the dyno and just make sure we don't lose anything up top again. Alright, so we've just set up all our dwell times here for our R35 coils. We've got it sitting on the dyno, we're idling. Nothing's changed other than this, so we'll run it up on the dyno, see what's our power at, see what everything looks like, and see if we need any adjustments or any more boosts or any more timing or more fuel, and we'll make sure she's all good. All right, that was the run. That was the end run anyway. We did a few runs. I played with some timing, I played with some fuel, I played with some boost. Ends up at about 17 pound of boost compared to 14 previously on the old turbo. I've got a boost in there as well, control it. I think we're gonna have to go with a Mac valve, try and play a little bit of boost, that little bit of boost down low. Can try and control it as well as up top. I could get a little bit more out, get that torque curve flatter with a little bit more boost up top. But let's have a look at the map. Oh, let's have a look at the dyno, not the map, the dyno. As you see, it's a little bit of a cooler day today. But green is previous shitty turbo from that shitty place. Red is with the coils in, and then we did some final tuning. So yeah, we've picked up top end. My low end's a little bit lower, but we're talking 2.5 through to sort of 4.5. I've lost that little bit of power and torque, but that's okay. We've got a nice ramp, and we hold more torque out through the top, and we're holding a heap more power up through the top. Here, I just need a little bit more boost. I tried a few things with timing, it just wasn't there. So a little bit more boost, and we can control that up top in just that section. We'll make some good power and some good torque. But yeah, I think it's going to be a lot of fun, especially where we're going. Coming up, I think it's next week as of today. I don't know where it is in YouTube land, but next Friday from here, it's Friday now, we're going to Coffs Harbour, we're going to Raleigh. There's about 30 guys, a bit of a private track day. All the usual boys we hang with are coming down, so it's been an awesome day, so make sure you stay tuned for that. But I'm clicking, well, we had a bit of wheel spin on the dyno as well, checking logs, so I'm probably close to 400 horsepower, so it should be a heap of fun. As long as it stays together, the coils will work great, so don't cheap out. Don't get cheap coils like I did. Even then, like aftermarket coils for these things are $180 for me and $200 something retail. But I got a full PRP kit for $1,200 and something. So that all plugged in except for that little harness bed to make. All the dwell times all set up perfectly. I could probably chase a little bit more up there with that as well, but it's safe. They're not getting hot. Engine's not getting hot. Not run big boost, so it's 17 pound. So it should be pretty good. So make sure you hit that like, hit subscribe. I know most of you are me 4B guys, they're not drifter guys, but stay tuned. We've got heaps of full drive stuff coming, we've got heaps of drift stuff coming. Tim just bought a new camper van as well, a new camper trailer. So we're going to do some more camping things as well. So we're going to mix the channel up a bit, have a little bit of everything. So stay tuned. Thanks, guys.